Good afternoon, HoboNation. Welcome to Sunburn City. It's the HWA House Show, Season 1, Episode 25. It is Tuesday. And as we do here in Sunburn City, on Tuesday, it is the scariest day of the week, and we will be catching everybody live streaming later tonight, twitch.tv/Sunburn City Live for the official gentrification of Camp Crystal Lake. But right now, it is the Hobo Wrestling Alliance House Show Season 1, Episode 25. Hobos, we got a great card coming up for you. The ladies are going to start it off for us today. And as you can see, we're still in the intro part. I was impatient. Here's the rest of it. Here's the rest of it, HoboNation, just for you. We've been skipping it recently, but it can't hurt to add it back. A little pomp and circumstance. We are live and in living voiceover here in Sunburn City. Gonna call all the action for you on this house show 4-match card. Remember, we are 3 days away from Bash at the Beach, the very first pay-per-view for the Hobo Wrestling Alliance. Make sure you tune in. All the titles will be up for grabs. But today, we got Alundra Blaze facing Sasha Banks to start it off here in the HWA. Some tag team action. The Hart Foundation facing the Miztourage. The Miz will not be at ringside. He's sending some personal matters. We also got Nightmare X and Brett Storm, two indies, dropping in on the HWA, doing a fantastic job here, having successful debuts and kicking some serious ass. It's great to see these two competitors challenging each other. We got a lot to see from them. And finally, we'll have a one-on-one match between Jeff Hardy, the Extreme Machine himself, versus Cesaro, the Swiss Cyborg, with his buddy, the Ginger Ninja, Shaemus, in his corner. See what these two guys can rustle up for the main event. Enough of the hype, HoboNation. It's time to keep the action moving. Alundra Blaze and Sasha Banks gonna tee off today. Both women have been making fantastic strides here in the HWA Women's Division, as we all know. Asuka will be challenging Bayley for the HWA World Women's Championship this Saturday at Bash at the Beach, our very first pay-per-view here in the HWA, the Hobo Wrestling Alliance. Remember, if you want to join, you're more than welcome to. If you have a character on WWE2K18, use the hashtag HoboNation exclusively on Xbox One, or we have in fact added a second method, but it is exclusive to our Twitch viewers and followers. You must be a follower of Sunburn City Live on twitch.tv, and you can use your Beatniks. That's right, your in-chat Twitch currency, your Beatniks, to purchase a character and have it created live on stream. But enough of the hype. Let's keep the action moving. It's Alundra Blaze and Sasha Banks up next. We're going to see if the boss can come up and extinguish the flame that is Alundra Blaze. I don't know. Sasha Banks already in trouble. And a spike overhead suplex by Alundra Blaze. She's going to pick it up with a lot of high-impact moves right off the bat. Alundra Blaze knows the longer the match goes, the more dangerous Sasha Banks become. And that nice vertical suplex there by Alundra Blaze. Both women, no love lost of each other, battling it out several times throughout the course of the weeks and the season here in the HWA, trying to get shots at the HWA Women's World Championship. Both ladies both coming up short. And now now Sasha Banks, I was thinking about Asuka. But now Sasha Banks on the offensive with that leaping double knee and a takedown, a double leg takedown by Alundra Blaze, dropping the boss on her back, and a standing moonsault. Wicked move there by Alundra Blaze, showing her athleticism up front to the boss. What's she gonna do here? And a big powerbomb block there by the boss, but she was unable to capitalize as Alundra, two big boots to the chest of Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks needs to pull out a big W here, as do Alundra Blaze. And a running bulldog, a perfectly executed bulldog there by Sasha Banks, now bringing Blaze back up to a vertical base, and a hard fling into the ropes Nice slingshot takedown by the boss. As we were saying, HoboNation, these hookers, one of them needs a win here because they are both slipping and slipping quick out of the top 10. Oh, a nice jawbreaker there by Alundra, by Sasha Banks, and a standing drop kick on Blaze. Seems like that fire is going out. Alundra a little lackluster right now, and a swinging neck breaker. And as we mentioned at the onset of this match, the longer it goes, the more the advantage swings to the boss's favor. Nice belly-to-back suplex there. A hard belly-to-back suplex. Alundra Blaze writhing in pain here. And the boss coming off with a nice elbow to the side of the face, it seemed. She might have got her in the shoulder a bit there, but the boss looking to take advantage of the injury. And here she goes. Nice neck breaker. That double hand neck breaker. She may be setting her up for the bank statement, but she is very close to the ropes, and it's a mistake that she keeps making. And yeah, she's going for the bank statement here, but Alundra Blaze is already tied up in the ropes, and the ref having to break the hold because Blaze tangled her feet up in the ropes, and a nice head scissor takedown there by Alundra Blaze, trying to mount a little bit more offense and pick up the pace possibly against the boss. Blaze going to the top rope. What's she going to go for here? Big elbow smash to the abdomen. Wow, that looked excruciating. And will it be enough to take the boss out? And it's not enough. And Blaze is going to have to come up with a little bit more than an elbow smash off the top rope to beat Sasha Banks here. And those elbows to the face and the top of the forehead may be what we're talking about. Nice short DDT there. Nice drop kick there. I don't know why I kept thinking she was going to go for a short man DDT, but she didn't. She, in fact, just went for a running drop kick to the back of the head of Banks. Now Blaze. Oh, Banks rolling out of the way, trying to get out of the offense of Alundra, but unsuccessfully. And the boss now seems a little bit more exhausted than we've seen her in recent matches. Oh, this is not good. Knees to the face, kicks to the face. Wow. Banks rocked off the apron, falling to the floor. Man, Sasha Banks is in a bad way here, HoboNation. And Alundra Blaze is on the offense, and she is not going to let up here. She wants to pick up a W here and stay in the top 10, and hopefully challenge whomever may be victorious between Asuka and Bayley this weekend at Bash at the Beach. And now a fireman's carry on the floor. That hard exposed concrete floor there, HoboNation. Wow. Alundra Blaze is rocking. Sasha coming back with a DDT. A hard DDT and breaking up the count is Sasha Banks. She may let Alundra Blaze get counted out here. She's at 6. Will it be enough? Will Alundra Blaze? She's already back up to 1 knee. 7 count is the ref. Will she run back in? She breaks the count at just under 8. Oh, and she a running forearm shot. She knocked Banks on her candy ass, HoboNation. Alundra Blaze not playing games with the boss here. Stomping away at that hamstring. Blaze, always aggressive, always impressive. But that can also be said of Sasha Banks. And Banks here thoroughly disappointed. I know she's thoroughly disappointed in herself because she has just been on a losing streak. She hasn't been able to challenge anybody for anything because she's been getting her ass whooped in this Northern Light suplex into a bridge, and 2 3/4. Blaze nearly able to take the boss out. Wow. Great high impact moves here, and the boss is rocked. Man, she needs to pick up the pace. Sasha Banks hasn't been as impressive as I had hoped when we recruited her here in the HWA, but she's still doing great. Alundra Blaze, always impressive, and she's, tit for tat here in the HWA women's division. And what's Banks doing here? Oh, she's going to go for a running power bomb. Oh, she dropped Alundra right across the top turnbuckle. Yanking the woman out of the corner and a sit-down power bomb. And Banks, now maybe she heard what I was saying, and the honky hooker got a little bit miffed. What's she going to do here? She's going to go for that reinforced neck breaker there. A running reinforced like neck breaker using both arms to put all the weight of Alundra Blaze's upper body when she comes down with that neck breaker. It's a very painful maneuver here, HoboNation. Nice arm drag there, breaking the momentum of Sasha Banks, and Blaze now hopefully going to pick up the pace here. She needs to pick up the W just as bad as Banks does. And a hard vertical suplex by Alundra Blaze on Sasha Banks in a harder Irish whip, face first. Wow. Face first goes the boss. Sitting her up on the top rope, man. This is no man's land. Oh, look at what she's doing here. This is remnants of Trish Stratus. I love that move. Trish Stratus doesn't move like that. And there she is. There's that hooker, her showboating. You know how I feel about showboats, HoboNation. We're not going to go over it every time. But every time I see somebody showboat, I always say this. If you lose, it's your own fault. And a belly-to-back suplex into a bridge. Will that be enough? She caught Banks off guard. Oh, I thought she had her. I thought she had her, HoboNation. I thought Alundra Blaze stole one, but Banks blocking that and coming up with a forearm shot to the face. And a hard right hand, and she's going for the bank statement. She's going for the bank statement. She surprised Alundra, but Blaze, big and lanky, able to get her leg onto the rope there, and a nice arm drag takedown by Blaze, breaking the momentum, and Banks blocking that suplex attempt. And Banks now going for a swinging neck breaker. She's aware Alundra Blaze down a little bit more, HoboNation. So proud to have these two women in the HWA. A reinforced running neck breaker, and Banks now going to the well a couple of times here. She's going to get wise to it, will Alundra, and Blaze is, Banks is exhausted. These ladies have taken it to the T. What's she going to set her up here? I hope she's not going to go for the bank statement. Haven't we learned yet, Hooker, that you cannot do a bank statement so close to the ropes here? What's going on? She's doing it again. She's doing it. It's like trying to teach Helen Keller the colors. What's going on here? Come on, Hooker. Get with the program. Oh, wow. Great move there by Sasha Banks. Now kicking Alundra Blaze in the back. What she's going to go for here. She thought better of it. Whatever she was trying to do, she decided it wasn't a good idea. And Sasha going to have to get a little bit more creative here than her standard offensive maneuvers if she's going to beat Alundra Blaze and stay in the top 10 of the women's division. The HWA women's division is no joke, HoboNation. If you have a character... Oh, and a nice head scissor takedown. It's like a Frankensteiner-like maneuver there by Alundra Blaze, and it was standing vertical Frankensteiner. Great athleticism. Will it be enough to take out the boss? And the boss kicks out at 2 1/4. 2 1/4, I say. 2 1/4. Nice standing dropkick to the back of the neck of Sasha Banks. And Blaze now a hard snapmare on the boss. She's trying to buy herself a little bit of time, maybe coming up with a strategy or a series of maneuvers. Trying to put the boss away. Here is Alundra Blaze. Oh, another kick to the midsection. That looked like it was a little bit low. And another... Oh, I told you Alundra would get wise to it. I told you Alundra would get wise to it. Oh, and a nice hard side Russian leg sweep. And Blaze now, a standing moonsault. Great athleticism here by Alundra Blaze, but she needs to go for a cover or something. And another standing moonsault. Great athleticism again being shown here by Alundra Blaze. The boss seems rocked, HoboNation. And a hard Irish whip into the corner. And Blaze now stalking Banks. The boss not looking very bossy here. Nice cross body press off of the middle rope. A springboard cross body. Will it be enough to put away Sasha Banks? And it is not. Banks kicking out at 2, but Banks is visually rocked and exhausted. Both women putting maximum effort in this match. A desperate attempt here to stay in the top 10 of the HWA women's division. If you have a character or you want a character created, make sure you use that hashtag HoboNation. And join us tonight, twitch.tv/Sunburn City Live with Terror Tuesday. More showboating by this hooker. Look at this hooker. No, showboat it up, hooker. You ain't won anything. If you lose this match, you're going to go down to like 15, and then you're not going to be able to do jack nothing, Alundra. You need to pay attention to the boss here and what's she doing. Oh, and Blaze, oh, she's going for a belly-to-back suplex into a bridge. That surprised the hell out of Sasha Banks. Will she be able to kick out? And she does. And the boss has kicked out of this move 3 times. Let's see if it's going to be 4. What's Blaze setting her up for here? And Banks, another belly-to-back into a bridge. Will the 4 times be the charm here? And it is. Alundra Blaze finally able to take out the boss, Sasha Banks, in what I call a hell of an upset because she was showboating half the time, HoboNation. You know how this honky feels about showboating. We don't like showboats here in Sunburn City, but congratulations to Alundra Blaze. Finally able to take out the boss, Sasha Banks. Great show of athleticism here with that bottom rope head scissor takedown on Banks. She did that a couple of times. And Banks didn't look like her usual self here. I thought she was going to be a little bit more aggressive, but two of those back-to-back, belly-to-back suplexes into a bridge will definitely shake the marbles loose. And she was finally able to pick up a big needed W. Did Alundra Blaze. Congratulations. She's still in the top 10 and still in the hunt for the HWA Women's World Championship. We will see that title defended this Saturday night. Bash at the Beach, our very first pay-per-view here in Sunburn City in the HWA. It'll be Bayley versus Asuka for the title. Congratulations to Alundra picking up a big, big W against Sasha Banks. Oh, she's just in the top 10. That's going to be adjusted. All right, HoboNation. Up next, we got a great tag team match here. The Miztourage challenging the Hart Foundation. Two tag teams here. Let me tell you about the Hart Foundation, though. The HWA's first ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It was a classic. The finals, it was a Hart Foundation versus the Hardy Boys, and the Hardy Boys came up just short. And Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart rocking and rolling off through the tag team division. And they're trying to stop the momentum of the Miztourage here. The Miztourage hoping to plow through the Hart Foundation on their way to possibly challenging whomever the tag team champions will be after Bash at the Beach this weekend. We're looking forward to seeing American Alpha defending those titles against the Usos. But enough of the hype. Let's keep the action moving. The Hart Foundation versus the Miztourage up next. It's going to be Jim Neidhart starting off against Axel. Here we go. Curtis Axel now trying to Irish whip. Oh, and I reversed it into an elbow right into the face of Jim Neidhart. And let me tell you, Neidhart is a hardcore, big, tough guy, but nobody is tougher than an elbow to the face. Just saying, as someone who's taken an elbow to the face, I know firsthand. And now a nice drop toe hold there. He looked like he was going to sling him into the ropes, but he tricked him and drop toe hold them. And that's just more damage to the head and face area of Jim Neidhart. And Curtis Axel, a stiff right and another left. And a right hand by Jim Neidhart and stiff rights. And he's going for it. Axel now picking up the pace. And a hard belly-to-belly slam. Great move there by Axel on Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The Hart Foundation wanting to pick up a big W here against the Miztourage, but the Miztourage needing to pick up a W here against the Hart Foundation to stay in the top 15, the top 10, sorry, of tag teams. And now a left and a right there on the Miztourage. Ooh, and a nice takedown by Bret the Hitman Hart. The excellence of execution, taking it to Curtis Axel. The Miztourage is going to be on the defensive right now, and the Hitman Bret Hart working over Curtis Axel, the son of a heated rivalry between Bret the Hitman Hart and Mr. Perfect. Ironic that they're wrestling now against each other in the HWA here. Oh, nice suplex. A nice belly-to-back back body drop there by Curtis Axel on Bret the Hitman Hart. A clubbing right hand. A nice hard Russian leg sweep. And Axel now not short of moves on Bret Hart, showing Hart that he did learn something from watching Mr. Perfect. Great execution on that series of moves there by Curtis Axel and the Miztourage. Surprisingly taking it to the Hart Foundation, and Bret Hart hit by a nice vertical suplex there, and Axel with a club and right again. And we still have a completely fresh Bo Dallas to be concerned with out there on the apron, watching his tag team partner pick apart both members of the Hart Foundation here. But Bret Hart is in a bad way so far. Not able to mount much offense against the Miztourage. And there, just when I said that, the Hitman comes up with a devastating move like a reverse neck breaker and a single leg takedown by Curtis Axel. The Miztourage, the Miz, auspicious by his, the Miz's absence. Blah, words getting stuck in my face portal. Sorry, HoboNation. But, yeah, the Miz is not at ringside. Which is weird. I don't know why he's not here. Actually, I know why he's not here. He's celebrating the birth of his daughter, who is adorable. She's adorable, and I'm sure he's resting up for his Sunday night WrestleMania Intercontinental Championship defense against Seth Rollins and the Demon Finn Balor. I wish we would bring that demon thing back. But right now, Curtis Axel here in the HWA is putting a hurting on Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh, a face breaker. A great move there by Curtis Axel. Will this be enough to put away the Hitman? A big win this would be for the Miztourage. And no, the Hitman kicks out at 2. Bret Hart getting that right shoulder up just in time and a hard Irish whip. And we may be seeing Bo Dallas come in, but Bret Hart stops that tag from happening with an armbar takedown on Curtis Axel. Bret Hart needs to make a tag. And a nice European uppercut by Bret Hart. So strong is the Hitman, deceptively strong. And quick is Bret Hart now. A quick tag out to Jim the Anvil Neidhart. A smart tag, I might add. As Jim Neidhart is super fresh. What the hell are you doing here, Jimmy? Jimmy's freaking showboating. Are you kidding me? You guys are getting your asses whooped. You're showboating here. Good. Good. If you lose, you're going to have deserved it, Jim Neidhart. A nice backbreaker, a neck breaker there by Jim Neidhart. Now picking the pace up and trying to turn the aggression up against Curtis Axel off that showboating disaster. Oh, and a short man lariat. A short arm lariat. Sorry. A short arm lariat. You guys know this is all live and a living voiceover, so any boo-boos stay boo-boos forever. And Jim Neidhart now on a hard Irish whip out of the corner of the Miztourage into the corner of the Hart Foundation, not allowing Axel to make a tag into the extremely bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Bo Dallas. And there goes Axel with another Irish whip. And Jim Neidhart kicks the flavor out of Curtis Axel in a hard body drop. A hard body drop there by Neidhart. Neidhart so powerful. A hard elbow to the midsection of Jim Neidhart and a stiff right hand. And I think Axel needs to make a tag to Bo Dallas, who just seems to be a honky on the apron. A big back body drop by Jim the Anvil Neidhart on Curtis Axel. Axel's growing exceedingly exhausted from what I can see here. And the Hart Foundation may be one big move away from putting this man away. And that might be the big move I was talking about, but Dallas able to break up the count, and the Hitman not in quick enough. And Bo Dallas is about to get the suplex treatment by Bret the Hitman Hart. Welcome to the match, Bo Dallas. Stay on the apron where you belong, you honky. And rolling on the outside, and a nice arm drag there, trying to take the wind out of the sails, and there's nobody there to tag. There's nobody there to tag for Curtis Axel now. He's going to take a breather while Jim Neidhart shakes the cobwebs loose. The Miztourage, if they pick up a big W here against the Hart Foundation, it would just be it would propel them so high in the HWA tag team rankings that it would possibly put them up next for a tag team title shot against whomever the champs are after Bash at the Beach. The Usos are American Alpha, who knows? And right now, Axel trying to get the big W over the Hart Foundation here, and Bret Hart able to break up the count. Oh, and a bulldog out of nowhere! Bo Dallas ran in and rocked Bret Hart's universe with a hardcore bulldog, busting the Hitman open. The excellence of executing being excellently executed out of this match, and Neidhart is in deep shiitake mushrooms, HoboNation. And the Miztourage is one big maneuver away from picking up a big upset over the Hart Foundation. And a wicked face breaker. A wicked face breaker on Neidhart. And he might be out for the count. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Oh, shiitake mushrooms. HoboNation. This is going down as the upset of upsets. A big W in the corner of the Miztourage, taking a shocking win away from the Hart Foundation. Wow! I cannot believe what we just witnessed, HoboNation. Shiitake mushrooms. And we need more wrestlers in the HWA Tag Team division. If you are an individual who would like a character or a tag team created for you and a friend, remember to catch us live, Sunburn City Live, twitch.tv/Sunburn City Live. And I cannot believe that I just witnessed Jim Neidhart get pinned by Curtis Axel, and the Miztourage doing, what I thought was possibly the impossible here. And Bo Dallas not even setting foot in the match. It was basically all Curtis Axel. And they rack up a great victory. Congratulations to those two young men. Picking up a much needed, not just W, but a big C. And what a big C is, a confidence booster against the Hart Foundation. What a match. What a match. All right, HoboNation. Up next, one-on-one action. And we're going to be seeing Nightmare X taking on Brett Storm. Nightmare X, only a couple of matches under his belt here in the HWA as Brett Storm. Also a couple of matches here. Most notably, Brett Storm just racked up a loss against Jushin Thunder Liger, trying to remedy that loss with a win against Nightmare X, who recently racked up a big W against Rob Van Dam. And nobody was more surprised, I think, than RVD in that match. It was a match to watch, and that happened, I'm not sure, it was this episode 22 or 20, I think it was 21 or 22. If you want to go back and you're on YouTube right now, it's season 1, episode 21 or 22, but you know what we say here, HoboNation. Enough of the hype, let's keep the action moving. Nightmare X and Brett Storm up next. Oh, sorry, I didn't see my monitor delayed. I don't know what the hell that was, but it was a snap suplex I think we just saw from Nightmare X, and a hard European uppercut rocking Brett Storm. 2 stiff rights to the jaw of Brett Storm and a jaw buster. And Nightmare X is a fast and furious hitter, and we're going to see a lot of high impact moves very quickly, and Brett Storm has not been able to mount a modicum of offense here. Again, Nightmare X proving why they call him a nightmare, and finally rolling out of the way. Oh, look at this move. Great move there by Brett Storm, taking X down. And a hard stomp there. Brett Storm needing a victory here. Both men needing a victory here. Neither one really in the hunt for any titles right now. They're both rookies here in the HWA, but they are doing great things. Great performers so far, as you've seen thus far in the match. And Storm climbing up to the top rope like a pro. What's he going to go for here? Big moonsault on Nightmare X. Great moonsault executed flawlessly by Brett Storm. What a moonsault that was. And now X stunning the momentum there, clapping the hands, popping the eardrums, if you will, of Storm. And now X climbing to the middle turnbuckle and missing that splash from the middle rope did Nightmare X. And Brett Storm going for a quick cover, trying to capitalize on error by Nightmare X, but X up at 1. Both these guys are very tough. They've proven that. And the handful of matches we've seen here in the HWA, they've done great. A little miscue there, running into each other. Oh, a standing side kick. What's he going to do here? Nightmare X has a wrist lock applied here, and he's climbing to the top rope and dragging Brett Storm down with a hard top rope slingshot-like arm drag. And Storm is a little shocked and a standing arm drag on Nightmare X, and both men going toe-to-toe, blow to blow. Sidewalk slam. Brett Storm might want to think about slowing the pace down. He doesn't want to go try to match speed with speed against Nightmare X. And X now rolling to the outside and coming back in quick and catching Brett Storm off guard with that Frankensteiner, a standing Frankensteiner by Nightmare X. Great athletic maneuver there. Look, showing his power here is Nightmare X, and dropping a snake eyes like move onto the top turnbuckle. And stomping away on Storm is X and pulling the man out, and a sit-down powerbomb out of the corner. Nightmare X not showing one modicum. Oh, look at that super kick. A super kick to the kneeling Brett Storm, and a standing moonsault. Wicked series of moves there. Great combo. And Storm may be out for the count here, HoboNation. Oh, he hit him with a 630. That was a 630 splash. Wait, was it? Yeah, it was a 450 splash. And your winner, wow, with a 450 splash, perfectly executed, Nightmare X. A super kick to the side of the face, a moonsault, and then a 450 splash gives Nightmare X a big W over Brett Storm. And Brett Storm, always a good sport, always shows a lot of respect. But look at Nightmare X Nightmare X extending the hand and showing great respect to Brett Storm here. Both men putting on a nice performance here. Storm coming up short, unfortunately, but X picking up the W. Congratulations to you. Storm's out of the rankings, and look, just at 12 is Nightmare X. Wow! Near becoming a contender for the Intercontinental Championship with that W is Nightmare X. Great match, guys. Good performance here. Congratulations to you picking up a W in the HWA. Not an easy feat here. And HoboNation, we're up to our main event. It's a one-on-one match against one half of Team Extreme. Jeff Hardy against one half of the thumb-sucking bar. Cesaro, the Swiss Cyborg, with the Shaeminator in his corner, man. You know, I gotta say, I like the bar. They're gonna be facing Braun Strowman in WrestleMania, but nobody knows who his tag team partner is. And I don't know about you, HoboNation, but I'm hoping that his tag team partner is Cass. Is Big Cass or Rey Mysterio, one of the two, but I think Big Cass would be a better choice because they can kind of redo the Twin Towers. You know, we don't have really two big guys in the tag team division except for the Bludgeon Brothers in SmackDown. So that would be kind of cool to see the WWE get another big man team in Raw holding the tag team titles, as well as the Bludgeon Brothers, who possibly will win the tag team titles at WrestleMania. But anyway, it's Jeff Hardy and Cesaro up next. I expect this to be a really interesting match, to say the least. Jeff Hardy now on a collar and elbow tie-up. Hardy and Cesaro have not met in the ring before, not in a one-on-one contest, not here in the HWA anyway. And Matt there cheering his brother on, and the Shaeminator trying to cheer his partner on. So far, it's just a wrist lock and a wrist lock, and both men feeling each other out so far. And Jeff Hardy's not going to want to keep this in the spirit of strength, as I would put it. He would want to be in the air as much as he possibly can against the Swiss Cyborg. The Swiss Cyborg, a powerful man, and a hard elbow shot to Jeff Hardy. Look at this. Speaking of power, look at that. Oh, wow. I don't know what the hell that was, but it looked like it hurt a lot. And slamming the back of the head of Jeff Hardy is Cesaro. I don't think that's going to be enough to cover one half of Team Extreme here, facing one half of the bar. Both teams not vying, both teams in the contention to vie for the HWA Tag Team titles. We'll see who the champion is after this weekend's Saturday night main event, Bash at the Beach, our very first pay-per-view here in the HWA. And American Alpha will be defending the HWA Tag Team Championships against the Usos this Saturday night. But now it's Cesaro coming up with a big corkscrew forearm shot to the face of Jeff Hardy. And Hardy looks like that took a lot out of him. That was a hard shot to the face of Hardy. And Hardy trying to fight back with those rights to the... Oh, nice body... Nice cross body press on Cesaro. Jeff Hardy going to pick up the pace here. He's going to have to pick up the pace as much as he can against Cesaro, HoboNation. I don't... Short man DDT. A nice hard short man DDT there by Jeff Hardy. He's not going to want to showboat. Are you serious? Is everybody a showboating honky today? What the hell is going on here, HoboNation? If you lose, Jeff, you're going to earn it, because Cesaro is not one to be showboated against. And oh, look at that. Hard, stiff right hands against Jeff Hardy. Cesaro able to block that, what I'm assuming would have been a power bomb there by Hardy. And Hardy with a tilt-a-world suplex there. A nice tilt-a-world suplex on Cesaro, and now trying to take some of the offensive weapons away from Cesaro. Those powerful arms. Jeff Hardy working on the arms and shoulders and chest of Cesaro, trying to tenderize the Swiss Cyborg. And a sit-down face breaker. A sit-down face breaker, shocking Cesaro and sending shockwaves to the neck of the Swiss Cyborg. A nice fireman's carry, pausing the momentum of Jeff Hardy now. Cesaro so powerful. Great team the Bar is. Both of these teams, great teams. We're proud to have them as members in the HWA Tag Team division. Remember, the Hardy Boys debuted in the HWA Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and they went all the way to the finals and lost against the Hart Foundation. And that was a great high-impact move there by Cesaro from the middle turnbuckle. A corkscrew European uppercut on Jeff Hardy. A hard standing leg drop on Jeff Hardy. And Hardy is not doing too hot in this match. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. He popped it out of nowhere. He popped that pop-up forearm shot. Now, jawbreaker there, slowing the momentum of Cesaro down. Finally, Jeff Hardy trying to mount some offense. And there, he's going for a bridge pin cover here, but not enough to get Hardy down. Cesaro showing us a lot of athleticism and a lot of power against Jeff Hardy. And Cesaro now just seems to be measuring, taking a second to figure out what he's going to do to put Jeff Hardy down. One half of Team Extreme in the ring against one half of the bar. And Cesaro with a double leg takedown. Oh, he's going to go for a submission move against Jeff Hardy. And Hardy's real close to the ropes and able to grab the ropes and then break out of that sharpshooter. And Cesaro now taking a break. A little bit more showboating from the Swiss Cyborg. Remember, honkies, if you lose a match in the HWA due to showboating, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And a great hard stomp there, trying to take out Jeff Hardy, but not enough to put Hardy away. And Cesaro showing a little bit of frustration. I don't know why he's frustrated. You haven't done anything to deserve a pinfall yet, all right, honky? You just need to pick up the pace, C-man. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Cesaro now. Live and in living voiceover, right, HoboNation? Oh, and Jeff Hardy able to roll out of the way and stop the offense of Cesaro now. And Jeff Hardy still not able to mount much offense, not being able to take flight. That's where Jeff Hardy does most of his damage, in the air, but being grounded thus far in the match. And Cesaro necking the wrench of Jeff Hardy. And the bar would love a victory here over one half of Team Extreme. Who knows where that'll lead. And a hard kick and a twist of fate. Booyah! Jeff Hardy breaking out a twist of fate. Will it be enough to put down the Swiss Cyborg? It's a 2, and no, it's not enough to put down the Swiss Cyborg. As shocking as it was not enough. And Cesaro now showing his toughness to Hardy. And Hardy, this is his opportunity to mount a lot of much-needed offense. Great face breaker there by Jeff Hardy. It's a high-impact face breaker. Stomping away at the swell of the back is Hardy. And Hardy now going to pick up the pace, going outside, hopefully going to take flight. And Shaemus just looking on. Oh, I know it's coming. It's Swanton time. It's a Swanton bomb on Cesaro, HoboNation. And Cesaro looks like he may be done here. Shaemus really concerned here. And the ref dropping down with a slow count. And I think that was a slow 2 count, HoboNation. I don't know about you, but I think that referee's been smoking the green stuff. And Jeff Hardy now pumped, doing a lot of damage very quickly to Cesaro here with 2 finishers and a nice clubbing move there and an inverted atomic drop and both legs to the midsection and lower abdomen and a nice sit-down drop kick on Cesaro. High impact moves, a series of them on Cesaro, and that's the only way Jeff Hardy's going to pick up the W against Cesaro, in my opinion, HoboNation. And here we go, the hard Irish whip. And Hardy now, whoa, what a great move! What a great move! Wow, will that be all she wrote? 1, 2, what a surprise move by Jeff Hardy. And Cesaro able to just barely kick out, HoboNation. 2 3/4 for one half of Team Extreme after going for that corkscrew crazy move out of the corner. And now it's Hardy again to the top. And another Swanton bomb. Another Swanton bomb. And here comes the 1, the 2, and the 3. And that's it. HoboNation. Jeff Hardy prevailing against half of the bar. The Swiss Cyborg going down to one half of Team Extreme. Great job there by Jeff Hardy. I don't know why Matt's in the middle of the ring there. I think Matt just slipped on a banana peel and is now laying prostrate in the bell. This is a boo-boo. This is a boo-boo. That's not what it looks like. That's a total mistake by the AI. The AI just made a horrible mistake. But anyway, HoboNation, what a great victory there. A singles victory by Jeff Hardy over one half of the bar. Cesaro going down to Jeff Hardy. Congratulations. And thank you, YouTube, and thank you, HoboNation, for watching the HWA. Remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button here on YouTube. And remember, keep the action moving.